Okay, guys, good evening, everyone. My name is Sesi Hundein. I'm reaching from Lagos, Nigeria, on this wonderful public holiday and a long weekend. How was the weekend? How's the holiday? How's the holiday been, guys? Anybody here? How's the holiday been? Let's put in chat box. Yeah, I was sleeping all day, although I didn't sleep today because of how so my phone had a terrible issue with my screen. I was forced to leave my house today, but yesterday I slept. But I had fun anyway. At least I rested a bit and I was able to cook for the first time in many weeks. I hardly cook food, but I cooked today and I had fun. I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I was on YouTube for a very long time. So how was your day? Anyone here? How was your day? Hope you had fun. So like yesterday, I would share slides today because today is more of tactical session. So I'll really share slides. I shared a questionnaire on the group chat and on the Google form. Most people said that the social media they want to master is LinkedIn. And it's understandable. Oh, LinkedIn is very, very fake. LinkedIn is oppressive. Oh, LinkedIn is this, LinkedIn is that. But right, I understand, but LinkedIn is also a fantastic place to be. But let me start this session in an unusual manner by encouraging us with this video. So I'll play a video now. I want us to watch it. Then I would, after that video, we'll discuss the class proper. Let me get the video and I'm going to share my screen. Let me do that right away so you can see the video. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, my Chrome browser. Okay. So can you see the video as I hear it? Guys, can you see this video and can you hear it? Guys, can you see the video? Okay, someone is saying, I can see and hear. No. Can you see this video I'm playing now? Can you hear it? Okay, you can't hear the audio. Oh my God. Okay, so my laptop has this funny issue that it can only give sound through my Bluetooth. Let me try. Let me see. Oh my God, okay. Audio. Okay, no audio. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, how about now? I'm trying to play the video through my Zoom. Okay, am I audible now? I think the mic is back. Can you guys hear me now? Yes, you can hear me. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm saying that, can you see my screen? I'm sharing my slides on this screen. Can you see it now? It's being shared now. Anybody? Can you see my slides? Yes, yes. We are good to say they are good to go. So now, guys, that video was my TEDx talk in 2022, titled How I Went from Obscurity to Visibility on LinkedIn. And there's a story of my LinkedIn journey from 2020 to 2022. I've grown since then, but that story was, I mean, that was also watch that video, but that video is just the typical Nigerian lawyer story. Oh, you can't advertise, it's wrong. They forbid it. Don't advertise. The lawyer should be sober. The lawyer should be conservative. Don't go online. It's not like posting online. It's those people that know law, they don't come out online. They always, I was like that until 2020, I got that challenge to come online. And I mean, since that time till I've not looked back. I've gotten so many briefs, so many clients, fantastic mentees, mentors, a lot of people that God has blessed me with. In fact, I would say that in my career journey, my career really took off from 2020. I mean, I've been doing a lot of great things prior to those time, but I didn't talk about it. But my career started getting visibility. Tell me that word visibility. People that don't even know started knowing me. I'll be in calls that I know your face on LinkedIn. I really, even at the bus stops, even when I'm going traveling to another state, even at the airport. Last year, I was going to UAE last year. I was going to UAE, I think around end of January last year. And I was at the airport. I was somewhere at the airport flying. I was flying with Emirates. And a client of mine was flying with Emirates, was going to Amsterdam, then to Australia. She now called me on my phone. Ceci, what are you guys going to now? How can you see me? She said, I'm at the airport. You're on the queue now. I said, oh, really? I can't see you. She said, I'm on the other queue for the same airline. I said, oh, I'm going to UAE for something. She said, oh, that's nice. And this person, I don't know her from Adam. Is somebody I met online that was working on a matter. This matter I mean, it's not his area that he needs a lawyer that can handle land matter. I should come and handle the matter for that. That's how I got that client's number and we became very good friends till today. So I've met a lot of people, even from Germany. I have clients in Germany. I have clients in Australia. I have clients in the US, in England. I've met clients in South Africa, Nigeria, different Nigerian states that don't even, I can't even, several states that don't matter in different states from where I stay in Lagos here. Why? Because I was visible. I'm visible on LinkedIn. And before that time, I had the potential. In fact, I wouldn't say that before 2020, I don't think I know where I know more law now than I knew and I knew them. But even before 2020, I knew a lot of things. I was really good as a lawyer. I was quite sound. But people did not know me outside my family, friends, church, maybe MBA, and just a few people that knew me. But now I can say that I don't have to be on LinkedIn again for 3, 4 months. I'll get GMs. I'll get jobs. I got a job offer 2 years ago to lead the legal team of the company. The company is into construction and real estate, and they're offering me 1.5 million at that time, 2024. 1.5 million naira with travel allowance to different countries. I'm like, it's very tempting, but it's not what God told me that I should start the business, I should grow the business. I this my season of still sitting on the business. I told them I'm going to do the job. And I asked my friend to take the offer. After I've got 2 jobs like that, all 2 jobs from companies where I said I don't want them, my friend should take. My friend took one of the jobs, but said that the pay is small. Then for another job in the multinational company, so they hired him. I still get job offer. I get to see from and says we want to employ somebody in our firm or our company. Recommend someone like you that has your profile. So I will try my best. Why? Because they go on Google or LinkedIn and look for a keyword or look for a lawyer that they want. And then my profile is always coming up as the kind of lawyer that they want to hire. I'm not the best lawyer in the country, even in that space. I'm not the best. I mean, I'm good. I'm among the best. I know I'm very good. But the last one are better than me. Who are more senior than me, more exposed than me. But I keep getting visibility. Why? Because I've built an asset that makes me findable. So the first issue that most players have is that they are not findable. I will do an experiment now on this call that are you findable or not? We'll know. So let me move to my next slide. Sister is not moving. Why is it not moving? Pardon me. Okay, now, so yeah, I said most lawyers' problem is that they are not visible. And you know yourself now. And how do you know that you're not visible? We'll try an experiment now. We've done experiments now to know if you're visible or you're not visible. I'm trying to get, okay, yeah. So now, this guy, Austin Kleon, he has a book called Show Your Work. I read that book about 2 years ago, and this thing struck me. The guy said that it sounds a little extreme, but in this day and age, if your work isn't online, it doesn't exist. If you want people to know about what you do and the things you care about, you have to share. Someone else says that visibility is more important than ability. Because at the point of looking for the right fit for that job, for that brief, or that opportunity, this is already assumed that anybody that comes, right, will have ability. And that's why they have an interview to screen out. But how do you even get into the room? And nowadays, right, people don't get into the room by just going to an interview. Before you even get to an interview, for example, can people meet you before they meet you? It's not that deep. I mean that if I am an employer of labor and I want to employ a lawyer, I want to employ someone like you for an opportunity. Can I meet you before we have a one-on-one interview, conversation, or anything? If the answer is no, you've already lost out already. I mean, you may not have a chance again. If the answer is yes, you have a chance. And what do I mean by that? I should be able to find you on, just type, okay, corporate commercial lawyer. And I'll see lawyers who have that keyword in their profile online, Google. And most times, Google will reference a social media a platform like LinkedIn. In fact, on Google, LinkedIn has a very high search engine optimization. What do I mean by that? When you type a keyword on LinkedIn, you type anybody's name now, you type anybody's name on Google now. A person is a lawyer, doctor, accountant, or whatever a person is doing as a profession. The first platform that will likely come as is good is LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn was built as a platform for professional networking. It is called the largest networking platform in the world for professionals. Others, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they will also come out, right? But LinkedIn will come out powerfully if you have built it very well. So your first assignment is that you have to be findable. Are you easy for people to find you for opportunity that even if you're not going to post on LinkedIn every time, fantastic. No problem. You want to post every time like I do. But is the profile optimized that it can easily be found? So let's do a task now. Let's try with somebody here. Let me call somebody who I believe that it should be findable here. Let's try. Okay, let me talk. Let's use okay, no. Let's use okay. Who can talk here? Who can talk? Who can talk? Just say I can talk. I want to put you. I want you to omit your mic. You can talk. Let's use you as an example. Anybody here? Dorcas, let's use Dorcas. Dorcas, can you talk? Are you in a quiet environment, Dorcas?
I'll try.
You try. Okay, so now Dorcas, now. So what is your name? Let's do a live
Doc,
task. Your name on LinkedIn.
Dorcas Abba. Abba is spelled Abah.
Now I know your name, but I'm just for the benefit of our audience. That's what I'm asking. So let me use Chrome browser now. So Chrome browser, let me go to Chrome. Okay, so share screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, now so I'm typing your name in Google now. So I'm on Google, Dorcas Abah on Google now. So enter. Guys, watch out for her profile on Google. Let's see what will come out. Sorry, this is Yahoo. I don't want Yahoo. I want Google, please. Yahoo, get away. I don't want Yahoo. I want Google. Let me set my search engine back to Yahoo. Sorry. It's giving me Yahoo as my. So, yes, let's try this one. So, Dorcas ABAH, right? Fantastic. Guys, can you see the screen for the results? Can you see the results? Guys, can you see the results on the screen? Can you see the result on the screen? Guys, can you see? Guys, let's unmute. Doctor, can you see your result on your screen? Doctors,
Yes,
what
I
can you see?
can.
So what's the
I
first thing that came?
see. Yeah, I see my last post, which is yours, and then
Okay. Your picture,
LinkedIn.
right?
LinkedIn. Yeah.
Now, so I'm on that. I think I'm on. Okay, this is all. So let me scroll down and see. So I'm seeing of your pictures, what's LinkedIn post, probably that you like or something. Now, can you see here? Now, guys, can you see this place? Now, can you see here? This place now. It's
Yeah.
showing LinkedIn, your name, LinkedIn. You have 280 plus followers. Dorcas Abba, women in successful career. That's probably just where you work. Can even see a bio. See a bio, can a bio here. A small bio here, telling you read more. Now, Facebook is there. This Facebook. Pardon me. Uh, sorry, people are waiting in the room. Let me add them. So admit. Okay. So we have sorry. What's going on here? Yeah, so we have Facebook, Instagram. Now, Dorcas is findable, right? To an extent. Let's try someone else. Let's try someone else here. Who can we try now? Let's try. Okay, my sister says as Uzuamaka. Yes, Mr. Bix. Let me try. Let's try Madam's page. So, Madam on Google, your Google looks like this. Let's paste in Google now. So paste it, enter. Can you see how is it showing? Okay, can you see my screen? Am I still sharing my screen? Okay, my screen is not being. Let me share my screen again. Let me share. So I'm sharing my screen again. I'm sharing my Chrome browser. All right. Now, can you see my screen, guys? Can you see Mrs. Amaka Uzuamaka Onumonu? Can you see? It's telling you her name, where she works, her location. Then her educational background is there, law school and all. She has Facebook, she has Instagram, she has a few things, she has some blogs. Can you guys see? Now let's try my own. Let's see the difference. Yodogu. Let's try the Yodogu's own. Okay, so Ceci Hundein, enter. Can you see, guys? So what can you see here now? Tell me, guys. Let's chat. What can you see? Guys, unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, guys. Unmute your mic. Let's talk about this. Stephanie, oh yeah, now talk now. What can you see here? You can see this, right? You can see my, yeah. So what can you see on my page now, on my screen?
I can see that you're a real estate lawyer.
Oh, that is it. See, you see now, all of you, lawyer. What kind of lawyer are you? We don't know. Now look at my own. Look at see the next line now. Look at. I've described how I help people, my ideal clients. See, real estate lawyer. I help property investors structure deals that protect their money, buy property safely, and resolve legal issues through excellent dash, dash, dash. You go want to read them because my profile is optimized. Look at the next paragraph. Look at the next line. See, where my law firm site is here. Can you see? See my name here, Ceci. So all the search engines they work with is garbage in, garbage out. So you can engineer how you show up on all these search engines. That's the biggest advantage in this life that in this era that people don't even know about. You can engineer how you. That is the branding. I said branding yesterday. Branding is how you present yourself, presentation, communication, right? On platforms. Someone says personal branding is the digitization of reputation. If if you not digitize, you don't exist. I'm sorry. In this era, someone like me, I can't hire you if you don't have, if you're not Mr. Me, I cannot hire you because I can't be doing straight and go to look for you, your father's house. No, you have to be online first. All my mentees, my friend, everybody, I met them on LinkedIn. I don't have time for go and meet you. Yeah, I do offline. I mean, I go out to a lot of events. I mean, I meet people offline. I'm just saying that it's easier. And I want to even see how you are, how is person online. I want to have an idea about who you are. And so your social media presence will give me that footprint. So I have LinkedIn, I have my website, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have some. Can you see this thing now? This is like a yes. So this is the faculty and part of this is the company that I'm in faculty in this company now. Let's say Master Class Hub. You see now, I'm there as a faculty member. I have YouTube channel is there. I have Twitter. I have all these things. So I'm not active on all of them, right? But on Google, I own my page one by myself. Nobody is just say, everything there is about by myself. Let's try page two, safe. Let's try page two and see if I'll come out. This is my page two. Can you see? Can you see page two again? Facebook is there, LinkedIn is there, Seller. Why? I have a book I wrote, and that book on Seller is there. I have Instagram, a lot of things are here. A lot. Can you see images of my? So I'll tell you now in this webinar how to engineer your personal brand so that when people go online, they can find you and they can see good things about you. And that can now be the platform for them to start to work with you. So at this point, I want to ask, if you have any question, you can ask, please, guys. Any question about what I've just said or clarity? This was why young lawyers. Oh, Stephanie, let's try Stephanie. Stephanie is not a lawyer, but let's try her. It's my friend. Let's try Stephanie. So they're a lawyer, but let's give her an opportunity. So Stephanie, your profile is right. Let me share my screen. So guys, have any question? Just try to ask the question, and I'll allow you to I'll answer the question. So Stephanie's profile. Let's try it. Share my screen. Okay. So Stephanie, look at your results page. So Stephanie, you can see so many pictures. That means Stephanie is always posting pictures on social media. See pictures everywhere. Pictures are everywhere, right? Their LinkedIn is there. Registered nurse. She's in Lagos, Nigeria. Facebook is there. LinkedIn, the holistic nurse. So everything about Stephanie is just about LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. And guys, do you know why this is important? For some of us who are employees or we work in law with employees, you might not need to build your personal website yet because you may not have a need for that. But I own a business. I have to have a website, I have a website, I have a podcast, I have different things because I'm a business person. So for you that don't have a business, you're an employee or you work for somebody, the cheapest way to brand online is to just be active on one social media platform. LinkedIn, for example, just have a LinkedIn presence and be fairly active there. Stephanie has not been online for like almost 2 years now, but she's still showing up. God is still showing us what she has done over the past 2 or 3 years. Why? Garbage in, garbage out. Yesterday, I said all these platforms are using your data to make money. What do I mean by that? So join Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You first of all put your email, your phone number, and your name. So whether you post or you don't post, your data is being used to make money. How do I mean? Now, these companies use this data to do adverts, to know who to put adverts to. Okay, these people are in Nigeria, and let's say most advertise to people that buy properties in Lagos. So let's look for people that have Lagos in their profile and now push this advert to them. So whether you are posting or not posting, your data is being used to make money. So why don't you just be active on the platform, right? So let's go to my next slide. So at this point, any question, guys? Any question? Any question? Any comments? Anything to ask? I'll take your questions. Anybody? Well, are we good? Guys, are we good? No question, right? Shall I continue? Okay, so let's continue. Fantastic. So we are good. Okay, so now let me jump right into the meat of the matter. Let me jump right into, okay. People are trying to join. Let me just try to add them to the room. Okay. So now let me jump back to the slides now. So now, how do you proceed from here? I've said that personal branding is the nowadays means digitizing your reputation. But how do you do that? How do you do that? You must find a platform where you can brand yourself. Somebody's mic is not muted and it's distracting our attention. Let me mute the person. Okay. Okay. So now, how do you start that journey of being visible? You have to choose a platform, right? And now start using that platform to showcase yourself to the world. Now let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the most complicated. I saw someone just say on this platform. It's not true. If you don't agree with you, but I get your point. But LinkedIn, if you don't know what LinkedIn is about, you can't use it well. So LinkedIn is about connecting the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. There's one major word here. Guys, what is the keyword in that slide? In that slide? The keyword here. Keyword. Connect, exactly, connecting. Yeah, no, the keyword is connecting. And okay, so the keywords are connecting, professional, and the outcome that the ones is productive. And so if you're on LinkedIn, number one, your purpose on LinkedIn, if it does not align with LinkedIn's purpose, you will not win on the platform. You will not win. So all these platforms, all of them, they have one purpose: to bring people together, connect. So if you are going on LinkedIn or you have a LinkedIn page and you're not connecting, it cannot work for you. If you have a car and the car is to drive from point A to point B, you have the car keys, you have the car document, but you don't drive the car, it will not serve you it will not serve you. So LinkedIn is like that car to take it from point A to point B, but you have to start the process. Let people see you. You're a human being. You have profile. You have picture. Say something. That's how you start. Then how do you proceed from there? When you go on the platform, you have an account, you have a page. What's the next thing to do? Now, the next thing to do is that you need to know that, okay, if I join LinkedIn, what will I benefit? And so is to connect, meet professionals online, make them productive. But what is in it for me? From my own experience on LinkedIn for the past 5 or 6 years, these are the things you can benefit. Okay, so you can benefit the following. Yes, this is my slide. So this are the ones you can benefit. I'll just read two or three. The most important thing you can benefit on LinkedIn is access to the largest community of professionals in the world. See, Facebook is for everybody, family and friends. Instagram, everybody. TikTok, everybody. YouTube. But LinkedIn is the only one that is niche to professionals. That's why every major CEO in Nigeria, they have a LinkedIn page. They might not be active, but they are there. Every major HR, they're on LinkedIn. Every major person in the company that is a decision maker, they have a LinkedIn presence. So it means that if you're on LinkedIn, one, you can meet people that can hire you if you are looking for a job. Two, people that are also doing what you are doing and can collaborate with you, either as referral partners or you can collaborate on projects together. Do you know that there was one day I was in court, National Industrial Court, about 2 years ago, thereabouts. And that day, I don't know what happened to me. I didn't take my wig to court. My wig was not in the. I put the wig on my bed, but I didn't put it in my bag. And I went to court that day. And I got to court, no wig. Tried to buy a new wig. That court, they don't sell wig in the court. I was just caught. And the court was already sitting. And I was like about 5 on the list. I was like, God, embarrassment. I started asking for wig. Borrow me your wig. People, no, you can't put your wig. So I asked one guy coming into the courtroom. He said, please, can you lend me your wig? He said, are you not sexy on day? I said, I am. So I know you now. I said, oh, really? He said, yes, on LinkedIn. I said, okay, I'll give my wig. That was what that guy gave me his wig. Because I had access. I had access to someone. He knows me. I don't even, another time I want the guy's wig, do my case, and I left court. I was the guy I caught about 2 weeks ago in Ikeja. When the court is together, I was in a very big law firm. Number two thing is that you have access to high quality information on different subject matters globally. So on LinkedIn, Stephanie is a nurse. I have people I follow who are nurses. I follow doctors, people in finance, people in engineering, people in real estate. So if I don't want to post on LinkedIn, I just come to LinkedIn and I read different people's thoughts on different areas of life. And I'm just blessed because I'm seeing what somebody is telling me about accounting, about engineering, about politics. Yeah, it's also on the other it's also on Facebook and Instagram. It's there too. But on LinkedIn now, people write there in a very professional manner, well structured, well detailed, organized. So I go there and I follow thought in there. I learn and I expand my horizon. The last one, which I think is very important, is that it gives you the ability to communicate your ideas on a global scale through content. I have American lawyers on my friend that he said in Nigerian real estate, whatever law, whatever property law in Nigeria, that's me they know. Say Nigeria, I only know you in Nigeria. I don't know anybody lawyer. Because in Nigeria, they follow me. I don't know the follow in Nigeria that they know that is active. I'm the only one they know. So I'm in Nigeria here. I have friends who are in other countries who follow my content, even though for now we're not having to do together. But one day, if you have stuff to do together, they know that Ceci is in Nigeria, and because Ceci can help you get a lawyer, whatever it is, and he will fix your problem for you. That is one of the benefits. I have so many I've listed here, but those three for me are the very important ones. So now, how do you even start your LinkedIn journey? If you don't know how LinkedIn works, you will struggle. So I'll tell you some basic things about LinkedIn that you should know. So I'll spend time with number one, which is profile. So profile is like you have a name. I'm Sestin Udeyin. I'm from Lagos State, Nigeria, from Badagry local government. I'm a Christian. I'm a lawyer. And so this is my profile, my identity. You know how I look like. But on LinkedIn, people need to know you. What is your name? What do you do? Where do you live? I know on LinkedIn is the only platform whereby you can see all this in a very long format. But others, that will just call bio, just short bio. But LinkedIn is a very long, I'll come to that very soon, a long portion for you to see who you are. Then we have connections. So you have friends, right? You have friends, you have followers. But on LinkedIn, you have, if I'm on LinkedIn and I have just when I have to link today, I want to add somebody to my profile, to my page as my follower, as my friend. I will send Holy Bumina a request. Me accept my request, and that becomes a connection. But if someone sends me a request, I say this request, I don't want to accept that request, I can follow them. And they can follow me, but they are not my connection. They're just a follower means that they can see my content, but they can't send me a direct message, a DM. But a connection can see my stuff and can also send me a direct message, a DM. They have content. Anything you write on LinkedIn, either written, video, picture, image, that you just post is content. So content is any form of information that you share. We have posts. Once you post that content, that's it, and it's now permanent. That's the post. We have engagement. When you post on LinkedIn a content and someone likes it, someone shares it, someone comments on that post, all those activities are called engagement, and they're measurable. They have numbers, can measure them with. You have DM, direct message, you have metrics. So how do you measure your activities on LinkedIn? How many followers do you have? How many people like your post? How many people share your post? So those are metrics to measure your activity on LinkedIn. You have algorithm. Algorithm is simply an AI system that is used to determine how far your post can go. And what you can see on LinkedIn, like if I go on LinkedIn and I see people posting about politics, that's a function of the algorithm. So I was saying, I want to see more of real estate. So I'll start to like more of real estate posts, and I'll start getting more of such things in my feed. So that's what the algorithm does for you. Then you have the last one, which is organic. Oh, impression. Yeah, impression simply means that the people that saw your people that saw your post. It's like views. Impression simply means like views. So you have you have you have you have the like, you have the comments, you have the repost. These are the three major, engagement types. But now impressions are simply like the total people that saw your post, how far your post went, people that saw your post, then how far did you go to Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt? Then the people that saw it, are they HR? Are they doctors? Are they male? Are they female? So that's sorry, pardon me. That one is not impression. And that one is your, sorry, what's that one called? That's not impression. That one is called your metrics board, right? But impression is simply people that saw the post. They may not really read everything. They may not really like it, just saw it and they scroll past. Or that actually I read your post, or that saw your post, or that just saw it and they read past. That's impression, right? So let me jump to the meat of the matter. Okay, so on LinkedIn has its own it has its own culture. So every platform has a culture. On LinkedIn, it is very formal. I know friends who on Instagram can post their, party picture and everything, but on LinkedIn, they are fit and proper because you don't HR they are putting something that's not nice on LinkedIn. So it's very formal. LinkedIn is about professional networking. People are very serious on LinkedIn. And it's about networking. It is business and career focused, community minded, and there's heavy focus on creativity and value, and less about entertainment. So that's it. So now let's go to the practical part of this now. Yes, practical. First things first, optimize your LinkedIn profile. How is it that my own profile on Google is popping and your own is not? There's something that I don't know, so I'll tell you that for free today. For free. So let me share with you my LinkedIn page, how it looks like, right? My LinkedIn profile, sorry. Let me share. So my LinkedIn profile looks like this. Let's go there. So LinkedIn, and I'll share how you can do yours too, like mine, don't worry. I'll guide you. If we stop here today, I've achieved a lot already. So, but let me try and see how far I can go. So my LinkedIn profile is loading, and I'll share my screen in a bit. Okay, so let me go back to my screen share. So I'll share my screen right now. Okay. Yeah. So now my LinkedIn profile looks like this. But let me start from LinkedIn now. So this is how my LinkedIn page looks like. My LinkedIn page looks like this now. Now, to my right-hand side, you would see my profile. You can see my picture is there, right? You can see something behind it, like a header, my name. So let me open it big now. So I open it big. You'll see my LinkedIn profile. How it look. I also want, maybe not to look like this, but to look something close to mine. So you can see that I have a picture, right? You see my picture? It's not selfie. I went to the studio, invested money, and I took a picture. It's not really too serious. It's not too like me just being I'm squeezing. I just something funky. I like this picture, right? So I love it. So something like this. It's cool. Now I have a picture on LinkedIn. So you can know how does this guy looks like. And the picture is like I'm wearing a suit and tie. I am professional, right? I'm smiling. That means I'm friendly. I'm approachable. That's the idea behind this picture. Then behind my picture, you can see that I have something here at the back called header. So I work in this firm, and this is what we do, right? I'll change this very soon. But this is my header. So header is your background picture. It can be, if you have a book you have written, you can put it as your header picture, or where you work, or something that is about your brand, can put it here. Then now comes to where I want to focus more emphasis on now. So now you can see there's a button here now, right? There's a button here. So this is where I work. Bloomgate solicitor. I work here. So it's showing here because on LinkedIn, my law firm has a LinkedIn page. So I can just go to LinkedIn and add it as a place that I work. If you work somewhere, say I'm about to have a LinkedIn page, like to show on LinkedIn like this. Then my last school I attended is here, law school, Nigerian law school. Then now, I want to see what you call your LinkedIn headline. This portion I put in blue highlights is my LinkedIn. A headline simply means a summary of my profile in, let's say, in 70 words. Can you meet me? So I said, Sesi Hundeyin, what do? I didn't say lawyer. I defined it, real estate lawyer, even though I do a couple of other things. But the one I want people to define me with more is real estate lawyer. But what do? I define it more. So I help property investors structure deals that protect their money, buy properties safely, and resolve legal issues. How? How do I do that? Through excellent legal representation. So without even meeting myself, on my LinkedIn, this guy I think this guy will be my lawyer, because what he has written here is what I really want him to do for me, right? So this is called your LinkedIn headline. But that's not all. So you can see a button here. Now this button here, like a pencil button. That button is to edit your profile. So I'll go down to the last part, which is the about section. Can you see it here? Can you see the about section? The about is simply, now, what you said in your headline, can you tell me more? See now, treat LinkedIn like a physical networking event. If you go for a conference or an event, I meet somebody, just treat LinkedIn like that. So I go to someone says, can I meet you? My name is Sesi Hundeyin. I'm a lawyer. I do ABC. Oh, interesting. Wow. Can you tell me more? Now, can you tell me more now? It's your about section. Can I tell you more about yourself, how you do what you do, your hobbies? So that's where that comes to your about. So now, on LinkedIn, you met me through my headline, my picture, and those those brief things. Now, you want to now know me more. So now come to about. Can you see now? You now click it. So I'll read it. Or let's have somebody read this for us. Who can read this for us? Lucas, you're in a noisy place. Who can read this thing for us? So it's not just me reading it. Remy, can you read this poster for us? Emilekun.
Sir?
Is it the about section?
About, yes.
Okay. So my journey as a real estate lawyer began with a phone call in 2016. My sister's friend needed legal assistance to purchase land in Badagry, a suburb of Lagos, Nigeria. She and her husband wanted to get it right. Since assisting my sister's friend as a lawyer, I have helped nearly 100 Nigerian real estate investors in Nigeria and abroad. In Nigeria and abroad to buy real estate safely, resolve legal issues, and structure deals that protect their money and peace of mind. As a real estate lawyer,
let's stop there. Let's look at your own profile, your own, and compare our about sessions together. So let's try. I'm on LinkedIn now. So open your profile. Yeah. So I'll read Dorcas' profile. You compare the two and tell me which one you like. So now let's look at Dorcas has her picture. Fantastic. I love this. She has a picture. She has something here. Policy, driving development. So she has the headline. She has a header picture. She has a main picture. Her name, lawyer, HR and governance. And but look, you have to now specify what you do. How do you help people here? Who do you help? And how do you help? You have to put in your headline, make it more specific, right? Now come to her bio. That's her about. I am Dorcas Ene Chojo, pardon me, Abba, a lawyer and passionate advocate for social justice and sustainable development, dedicated to addressing critical sectors, societal issues such as child abuse, violence against women, and women's empowerment. Aligned with Sustainable Development Goals 4 and 5, I leverage my legal expertise and project management skills to drive impactful initiatives within the humanitarian and development sector. I like it. But compared to my own, mine was a story. The story. Like, I didn't just tell you, I told you my background, like, Omo, I don't also from 2016, but I agree. I don't want to come. Do you understand? So, if it's possible, tell a story. Tell us, because the story, it's your, see, Anybody can write this here right now, and it's still their profile, but that story is your story. So if you can't tell a story, right, I'll give you another way to be about it. Now, for headline, this is how to be about it. Number one, who are you? Who are you? That's your name, what you do. So who are you? So that's basically your name now and what's your name. So number two is, what do you do? What do you do? And who do you do it for? So I am Sesi Hundeyin. I am a real estate lawyer, and also I help real estate investors. So that is, so I'm a lawyer. I help. So what's my name? I mean, who I am, what I do, who I do it for, right? And the result that those people get as a result of what I do. So what do you do? Who do you do it for? What result do those people get as a result of what you do? Then the next one is that, now tell us specifically where you work. Where do you work? So you can see that mine now. The next thing is that I said so I said, as a real estate lawyer, I consistently achieve this result for my clients through excellent and strategic legal representation in high-value real estate transactions. Where do I do this? In Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, and in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Then where do I work? At Bloomgate Solicitors, where I am managing partner. We help property investors navigate. So I told you where I work and what the things that we do where I work. I put it, summarized it there. We do all these things here, right? We do all these things there. Now, aside from what we do at where I work, what are other things I do as a lawyer that is not directly by practicing law? So I said that I run a YouTube channel, a podcast, and LinkedIn newsletter or blog called Real Estate Law Conversations, where I break down complex real estate topics for property buyers and investors in Nigeria and the diaspora. So I do that if you have an MC job or whatever, you can put it here. What you do outside practice, that is still part of your professional life. You can write it here. If you serve on a committee or anything, you can put it here. Outside my job as a real estate lawyer, I serve as alternate chairman, Publicities Committee, MBA, Ikeja branch, and Committee ESCO, CIPC, also an old portfolio. She's here. Then what are my hobbies? I enjoy listening to music, Afrobeat, smooth jazz, classical, and reggae, exploring new cities, reading, and connecting with new people. Then, if you have any accolades or awards, put it here. Let's see it. Some of the awards I have received include Ambitious Professional of the Year 2021 by Iconic Brand Africa and the Outstanding and Most Resourceful Real Estate Lawyer of the Year 2023 by Prestige Excellence International. That is my LinkedIn about section in brief. Can you see that, guys? Can you see? So that's it. Then now come down. You see that I still have other thing. I have my, so here you can see that you can see experience here. So where I'm working now, I work here. Where I worked earlier, I work here also. I also work here, NYC. I intern here. I also intern here. Then where I went to school too. I went to law school. I put it here with a year. Then I went to university here. And I think that's about it. Let me see other things that are there. Yes, my secondary school is also here. So with this one now, you now know who Sesi Hundeyin is, his background, everything about it. It's so easy to know me from my LinkedIn bio. So guys, at this junction, I throw the floor open to questions. I know this is where lawyers have a lot of issues. How to brand your profile, what to write. I'm a young lawyer and I have experience. So now this is time to ask me questions now. So what question do you have to ask me? I will help you with your profile. So feel free to go, guys. Let's go. Who's going first? Question time, guys. Question, no, guys. Ask question. Let's ask. Go. Don't be shy.
Hi everyone. I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Hi, Vivian. You can hear you.
Do I
Yes, Vivian, please
proceed?
speak up.
I'll go
Yes,
first. Sorry,
yes,
I'll go
proceed.
first. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
Esther. Okay, Esther. Let Vivian go first. Then I come to Esther, then Faith. In
Okay,
that
okay.
order. So Vivian, Esther, Faith. Vivian, please proceed. Vivian, please proceed. Vivian,
Thank you,
what's the
sir.
question?
Good evening. Good
Yes.
evening, sir. Thank you for the very practical session.
Okay.
I would like to ask, yes, for someone that is just starting out, just a recent graduate that doesn't have all the things that you've listed. For instance, I can see that you've gotten a certain number of awards. Maybe for those that just finished from school, what should our
Yeah.
profile reflect?
So are you a lawyer or a non-lawyer?
I'm a lawyer, sir.
Are you working now?
No, sir.
Okay. What have you done NYC?
No, sir. I was called in last year, 2025.
Last year.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
It's very okay. So for a graduate, it's also the same thing. Now you've not done anything serious, right? Fantastic. So do you have any experience in internship while you are in school, in law firms or companies, Vivian?
No, save for the court attachment and the chambers attachment.
So start from there. Go and write out 5 things you learned in that time in chamber attachments. Write it down. So now you can start with things like your interests and passion. So what do you like? Yeah, let me tell you something. On this corner, in the next 3 minutes, I'll do a full reply for you. We'll write it together to shock you. So what do you like as a lawyer? What are the things that interest as a lawyer?
Oh,
What
okay,
interests as
it's mine is funny because I just suddenly developed interest in the law, but prior to that, I was into HR. I took some courses in that direction,
So you like HR very well. You like HR very
but
well.
now I'm so yes, sir.
Okay, but so what aspect of law do you like? Obviously, labor law now. You like labor law, right?
That's why I say mine is
As per
funny.
HR.
So no, as I also did the practical part because I also did some HR assistant. I just saw that I was even angry. I was saying, wait, what did he make me go do HR? So I'm doing commercial now. I'm reading on commercial, particularly maritime, and I'm
Okay.
enjoying that part.
So
Yes, sir.
fantastic. So you can start with your background. How your journey went from being a law student, finding yourself in HR, and then you're back to law and you're in maritime.
Okay, sir.
But you can't write like my own. I can't say that I help because you don't help anybody yet. So you can
I
just
never.
start with interest. So let's start. Yeah, let's start. So let's you finish your law school what year?
2024 November.
So my name is Vivian Onya.
Okay.
Guys, this is that I'm
Yes.
telling you, this is pre-expo. My name is Vivian
Oh,
Onya,
thank you.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm a lawyer. So you can say that my interest in law dates back to blah, 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 blah. You can say this back to 6 years ago when I took the bold step. So I can just edit this. When I took the bold step to start to study law, in the process, I found a passion for HR or human resources, and I did a few things there. Now, at the beginning of my career, I found myself in maritime law, which intersects with global trade. Which intersects with both international, global trade and various aspects of law, and where I see how law impacts on international business. My goal as a lawyer is to blah 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 blah. Tell us my goal as a lawyer. I want to be like what I think is you aspire to be as a lawyer. Your aspiration, tell your aspiration as a lawyer. You aspire to be ABC as a lawyer, right? I currently work in ABC place, or currently I'm not working, or currently I'm seeking for employment in this kind of organization. Put it there. I'm seeking to be engaged by kind of law firms and all this. Then apart from my interest and passion in law, I also enjoy ABC things like reading. Tell us all of those things. Then your hobbies and everything. That's it. So let me see that thing, please. Send my DM tomorrow on LinkedIn. Let me see. So that's the perfect. So you can actually fine tune. You can actually make it better than that. This is just an idea. So I'm just saying that even if you don't have a job, you have a profile now. How about
It's almost
when
like
you end up
storytelling.
exactly. I'm a master storyteller. So I tell you, just tell stories. You see, stories are unique because you don't have a job, but there's a story behind it. And that
Mm.
story can be the reason why you get a job eventually. Not by
Wow.
hiding yourself offline. Yes. Okay, let's have
Mm.
Esther.
Thank you,
Olua, Esther,
sir. Thank you so much.
welcome here. Welcome. Oh, Esther, can I speak?
Yes, please. Thank you for tonight's session. I really enjoyed it. And it was very insightful. I think one of the questions I have is about algorithm. So I've heard a lot of
Okay.
people say if you have been on LinkedIn for a while now, like you opened your LinkedIn back in
Yeah.
2005, early 2000, then and you were not active, and now you are not active, it's best to close that account and reopen a new account because the
Yeah.
algorithm favors newcomers. Let me give an example. For instance, I do a lot of sometimes I post, and when I post, my reach is usually around 900, 1K,
Yeah.
thereabouts, depending on how good my post is. There are some posts, if it's more of story oriented, it will reach like 2K impressions. But recently, a colleague of mine, we're just discussing, made a post, very few followers, not really many followers, and their post got to about 30,000 impressions.
Wow.
And in my mind, I'm like, do you understand? I remember
Yeah.
someone said something about newbies, people that join LinkedIn or people that don't really have a lot of followers, having a
Yeah.
lot of reach than people that have a lot of followers. Because I've been sometimes, even when I post constantly, I don't think my reach has ever gone above 4K or 5K, like for a single post. Most
Is
times
that
it's
that's
been within
that's
that
your
range.
right? What's called your impression, right? Impressions. Your
So yeah,
impressions,
that's
right?
my impression. So my impression is usually
Impressions.
the highest I've gotten, I think is 4K, and it
Okay.
had a personal thought, but that's the highest. I don't think I've ever gone beyond 4K. So when I heard 30K, I was like, is 30K even possible? Like, do people get up to that impression with just small followers? Like, when you don't have a lot of followers, I know people with a lot of followers have a lot of impressions, but people that don't really have followers or they are just starting out, like, I don't know how the algorithm works, that kind of thing. And how can one be able to push their visibility? Because I have 2K plus followers, I only get 400 impressions. That means not all my followers can see my post as well, which is like, why is that? So I know this may be a question I need to ask LinkedIn myself, but I just thought you might be able to give some insights.
Good, e- good evening, everyone. I think that our host is disconnected. I don't know if it's from my hand or but can anybody hear me? Please, if you can hear me, let me know. I think our host is disconnected.
Yes, good evening, PM. Yes, it's disconnected. He said it's due to network issue and he's trying to connect with another Wi-Fi at the
Oh,
moment.
okay, fantastic. Thank you. So, I heard the last question the lady asked about impression. And I think that it's a valid question. Let me just attempt to answer it. I'm not the host here. I'm just trying to stand in for the host, who is my friend.
You're doing
So, but let me
well.
just. Sorry.
You're doing so well. Please go on.
Okay, thank you. So let me just try to attempt it because it's a question that I have also been asking. In fact, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who has over 200,000 followers, and I was like, please, I need to grow my following so that let's see what we can do and all. And then she then also then complained that the LinkedIn has been shadow banning her lately, that whenever she makes a post, it doesn't, get, as much reach as she would usually get. So what I've noticed, and because I'm also a legal recruiter, and sometimes I try to use LinkedIn for my recruitment, I in this the past in this, last week, between last week and
See,
this week, I realized that LinkedIn has actually limited my search. So unlike before, where you are able to search, let's say you're searching for lawyers in Lagos, and you can keep scrolling, and you can see or gain access to about maybe 50, 100, 200 lawyers. I realized that I'm only able to see only 3 lawyers that will pop up, and the rest will be hidden. And the LinkedIn will say, um, pray, get on premium to access more, views and all of that. So what my friend told me is that if you're not if LinkedIn is not making money from you, then they would the algorithm has been trained in such a way that it limits your reach, and that's what will also affect your impression. But the other way you can actually also go past that is when you're also consistent in not just making posts, but also interacting with other people's posts, commenting, and all of that. Just recently, I saw that I got some followership, and I was like, I've not even made a post in like about 2 weeks. Where are these people coming from, and why are they following me? So I realized that somebody actually did a post, mentioned me, and then also mentioned my business, handle and all. And so again, you just have to also find a way to also go past the algorithm, because if you look at it now, LinkedIn is now very heavy on monetization. And you also observe that a lot of people from Instagram who already have built a large following are now moving to LinkedIn to also capture LinkedIn. So the
yeah.
competition or whatever is so high now, and LinkedIn is now seeing a need to go beyond just making it a professional network to now monetizing it heavily. So the only way to also beat that is also to also show up every day, show up and have relatable content that people would on their own ordinarily would connect with. So let me just stop here for now since our host is back. Welcome back, our host. Ceci, over to you. I just thought to just step in while.
Okay, BA, thank you for that. Thank you. Let's hope but God will help us. So BA, you actually spoke my mind. But Esther, and again, Esther, I know you post a lot of niche content in construction and real estate. I'm construction, pardon me. And Esther has a unique. So Esther was in Nigeria. Let me put you out there. Esther was in Nigeria and moved to the UK. So naturally, it's going to be easy for you to just get that same impression because we are in Nigeria for a while, for a long time. You now move to another country. You have to take a break, settle down, do this, do that, pass this. It's just all this. So it's taking a while for you. But I think that if you can just if you can commit to just 10 minutes every day of commenting on people's posts. You don't comment on any random post. People that you actually like, who are doing things in your niche or who you enjoy their posts, just comment. You get right, you beat the algorithm. That me, anytime I come on LinkedIn, I don't get less than 5,000 impressions. Less than. I'm not even posting like my best creative mode now, but I get a lot of impressions because I write from my heart. I use storytelling and and so over the years, people have known me. I've been the community on links. If I just post on links, people just see sense that post, just like my post. And same thing, I think like with other posts, I like I don't want to know she has written. I like her post. So build community by one-on-one comments. And don't really go for impression because those things I'm not like what I've seen clients that give me a opportunity are very good. They didn't even see my post, they didn't like my post, they didn't even comment on my post, they didn't not so those comments are getting is to push your post to people that will likely hire you or do things with you that don't know you yet. So people are giving liking your point, not even giving an opportunity. They might not give you opportunity, but it will help you push. They're going to use those people to push the people that don't know you yet. Since you don't do any sponsored ads, and from that can now get so you can control that narrative more by going to people that you know that are in your niche and I may even love to do stuff with. So DM them. So I'm heavy on DM, but I've talked DM for like a year now. But when I was on LinkedIn all those early years, I DM every Saturday. I said it to you before that I wake up in the morning, do my prayers from 7 o'clock to 10. I'm DMing. How do I DM? I go to Monday's post. So Monday's post, I have like maybe 50 likes, 10 comments. I'll do a message. I'll start with Busola. Hi Busola, good morning. How was the weekend? Thank you for liking my post or commenting my post. It means a lot to me. Blah, 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 blah. I'll look forward to reciprocating the gesture to everybody. And it worked because they always reply, oh, yeah, you write on LinkedIn very well. I like your post. You are very good at what you do. And some of them will come back after 1 year, 6 months with something to ask me. And from there, so focus on DM, just do DMs. But DM people that have interacted with you is always better that way. And for if you see that if this person has more potential, can ask for their number. After 2 or 3 DMs, ask for the number. Oh, I like to have a call with you, Zoom call with you, and everything. From that Zoom call, get their phone number. That is the networking. So all those likes, I like those things, but those things are not really what gives you opportunity. What gives opportunity is the one-on-one thing. Esther, I don't know if you got my drift, Esther.
Yes, I heard everything.
So do more of one-on-one and comments, you'll be good. That algorithm, I also feel that I know in 2024, I used to get like 10,000 impressions, 15,000, but now they brought it down, right? But I don't really care because I have my way with LinkedIn, I have my way of finding people, so I always find them. So just do more of DMs and more of if you send somebody a DM, they feel that human touch that wow, this person was intentional, called my name, mentioned where I work, that I like their post. That this person is really intentional about people. And so that's what I have on LinkedIn. People know that I'm intentional about people and I'm genuine about it. It's not always easy. I can't do it every day. But for a season, I did it for like a year and it blew up my LinkedIn for the next 5 years. So you can invest the next 1 year. Just say every time I can come on LinkedIn, 10 minutes, at least 2 DMs. Don't waste that time school. Don't dump school. Don't dump school. Just make sure that 2 DMs go out. 5 comments go out and you're out. But don't even post. Don't even bother about posting. Just comment on those people that are posting what you're interested in. They'll notice you. The day you post on LinkedIn, LinkedIn will show them your post without even tagging them. That's how the algorithm works. But the algorithm feels that you are trying to talk to Ceci. So when Esther posts, you show Esther Ceci's post and vice versa. So you can actually train the algorithm on what you want by just going for one-on-one. It was for Instagram, all the platforms. That's how they are all trained. So it prioritizes more of one-on-one engagement than one-to-many, which is the post. So just do the one-on-one more. And also when they come and see your profile, it will not be empty. You'll see some posts you wrote and write human stories. Human stories always win. I saw your New Year story you posted last year or 2 years ago, and you got a lot of engagement. Write stuff, write human stories. Not only about write human stories, but write it in a way that it benefits somebody. This one gets a lot of engagement because they are human stories, not about law. So those law posts will not get much engagement because it's a niche. So they'll limit the engagement because people that will react to it posts will not be many. But for the human stories, you get fast reactions, and that might give you a very wide, impression and all those things. So write human stories and you can't go wrong. Okay, let me take one more question before I go to the next slide. I think there was one guy, Faith. Yeah, Faith raised her hand up there. Faith, you want to ask a question now?
Evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Thank you
Shoot. Yeah.
for the session
Okay.
so far. Yesterday was so impactful, and today is even more impactful. So my question is on my profile. Yes. So I recently got called to bar in 2025. I'll be finishing my NYSC this month. So I've gotten a job.
Where are
Immediately
you
I
serving?
finish,
What's the next?
I'm serving
So
in
where are you serving?
Lagos. I'm serving in
Fantastic. Okay.
Lagos.
In a
Yes,
law
and
firm
I've
or
got
in the company?
a firm. I haven't started yet.
Law
Immediately
firm.
I finish my NYSC, I will be moving to the law firm. So my question is,
Where are you serving now? Sorry, where are you serving now? Where is you NYC now? What?
in a law firm in
Where?
Ikeja,
A law
but they do
firm.
corporate.
You're going to go to another law firm after your service, another law firm. Now.
Yeah, moving to
Okay,
another law firm because
fantastic. Okay.
to work
All right.
with a law
Please
firm that
continue.
does this. So basically, I
Okay.
want to be a litigation lawyer, and my
Okay.
overall plan is to become an SAN and then an international criminal lawyer in
Okay.
the International Criminal Court. However, I have not
What? I
appeared
see.
in court. Yes, ICC.
Okay.
So I've not appeared in court
Yeah.
before. So my fear is if I begin to put myself out there as a litigation lawyer and people
Yeah.
come to approach me, because I know that if I follow your advice, I probably would get a
Yeah.
couple of people approaching me. But I don't yet have
Yeah.
the technical skills. What do I do then? Do I just start? How do I pattern my profile to reflect my level of growth and don't not give the wrong impression?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, giving me room to
Okay.
attract the right clients when I'm ready, and then signal to international
Okay.
bodies later on.
Yeah. It's not hard. So don't. I think I said this. Young lawyers, please don't have the mindset that wants to get clients. Your mindset should be, I want to build my craft. At my level, if they bring 3-4 lawyers who are my level now, that have the same experience with me now, I can stand toe to toe with them, even though I don't have the experience. Now, how do you do it? There was a case that came out on Wednesday at the Federal Court Warri. Do you see that case about Nigerians recording policemen? You heard about that case, Faith? That you
Yes, I
can now
have.
record policemen. Have you read that judgment? For example, have you read that judgment?
I have
Don't worry, I will listen. We don't judge. We listen. We don't judge. You've not read it.
Yes,
You've not read that
I don't know
judgment.
how.
So every long, I'll give it to you. It's not. I'll post it to you. So every long lawyer, this is what you can do. Now, by the fact that you have been called to the bar, you are qualified. What did they guys in your certificate? Barrister and what?
Solicitor of the
Faith, what's
Supreme
the thing?
Court of Nigeria.
That means as at the day you are called to bar, you can appear at the Nigerian Supreme Court. That's the meaning. And for some lawyers, that is their reality. Because they find, okay, very big law firm, so follow me to Supreme Court, they are going to court, even though you're not, just sit down with me. So you can appear. But that does not mean you have the capacity to appear yet, for example. But you can appear. So what can you do? If you work in a law firm today, chances that you're going to appear in court alone too is very low. It's very slim. But you can appear. So you can start by saying, okay, I like litigation. So start with the basics. As a litigation lawyer, I need to apply to other areas of law now. There are certain basics of every area of law. For litigation, for every lawyer, your foundation is research. Do you know how to get information somewhere, law reports, textbooks, from the news or anywhere else, and now communicate that information to people, lawyers and non-lawyers, in a way that they can understand without making it technical? That skill cannot be learned in 6 months. It takes you a while. Even me as a lawyer, I had to learn how to write on LinkedIn because I had to learn how to write on LinkedIn. It took a lot of time. So that's what you'll be doing now. Go and get that job at the Federal High Court and post it. And when you post it, I'm not in that area of human rights, but I think I want to post one. I saw a judgment yesterday about agents. How an estate surveyor shows somebody property somewhere in a proper in billions, and the clients bought from the seller and did not pay the agent. The agent went to court. Supreme Court and Supreme Court said you are not entitled to agency fees. You know why? Because showing somebody a property alone without more is not for agency. And so the other thing is very low. I'll put that to it. I'll put that up. Okay. So as a lawyer, here are 3 ways I protect my clients who are for making such mistakes. So I'll give you the summary of the judgment. I'll now give you a small adjuster. Right? That is the top leadership part. I'll tell you that this is how but you're not a lawyer, and you're not yet my level. So you can say that these are 3 lessons Nigerians can learn from this judgment. Tell us the implication of the judgment. Number 1, if you are faced in a crisis situation, don't record for recording sake, but if you are faced in a crisis and you feel that you need to make a recording, you can record. It is not against the law. Number 2, if you record, you can do this. Number 3, anybody can do this thing. Then you have law reports, law pavilion, all the law reports. Go and read cases that came out recently. You can even ask ChatGPT or ask the AI tools that, okay, I like litigation, I like human rights, I like family law, I like 4 areas of law. Give me the top 10 Nigerian cases in the last 10 years, the most definitive Nigerian cases by the Supreme Court in this area to give you the cases. Go and do your findings. Make sure it's correct. Read those cases, make your notes, and post on LinkedIn. If you do that for 1 year, lawyers will respect you, not because you want to get a client, but that you can read that kind of law report. And I think it's once every week. You do that for 52 weeks in a year. Faith. Even you serve as a lawyer, you'll be very brilliant. You know more, you know about procedure, you know about different things. So as you're posting on LinkedIn, you are getting attention. But before you post, you have gotten knowledge. Before you post, you are finding your writing. Before you post, you are finding how you reason. You are finding how you communicate it to somebody who's not a lawyer, and the person gets value. All these skills, right? You can get it in your office, but you might not get it in that concentrated manner because you are doing it when your boss wants to do it, and this is for a judge, not for an audience that is not, you're not lawyers. So, Faith, I've told you your answer already. And for everyone long lawyer in the house, the answer is the same thing. Pick an area you are interested in. You don't have to work in that area. Any area you're interested in, go and read something. Maybe trending issues. You cannot show that into a senior as I wrote this thing. I might me to vet it, then post it. Afterwards, do that for a couple of times, and you see that you're going to get better. And with time, that attention you're putting out there will now convert to something bigger for you. BA, please, can I speak, please?
Okay,
BA,
thank
you
you.
can speak.
Thank you. So, in addition, I just wanted to add or chime in on what you have said. And Faith, I would say that you should look out for this lady on LinkedIn, Taiwo Aromolaron.
Aromolaron. That girl is fire. She's fire. Litigation lawyer. She's fire. On LinkedIn. Yeah.
You get inspiration.
Taiwo Aromolaron.
Maybe you can get inspiration from the things you write. But most importantly, what I was going to say, especially as business of law coach, is the fact that you do it afraid. You don't come out when you are ready. You come out because you want to be ready. The moment you put yourself out there, then there's a certain expectation from you, a certain expectation of people, and they begin to look up to you and all of that. Now, that's not for you to now become, proud and, It's now for you to let that expectation become the pressure that would make you to go and work hard to do better and to come up with, conversations, content, thought leadership, articles that helps you to develop your writing, your analytical, your communication muscle so that you are able to do well and do better. And again, if people start following you, people start reaching out to you because and yet you don't have the technical skills, you don't need to have it. That's why you are going to a law firm. So you just bring them into the law firm, take them to the law firm, and that's way it also helps you to understand how to begin to generate business. And by the time you begin to generate business, you can then ask for a seat at the table of the firm you're working to say, okay, I'm bringing in briefs, I'm bringing in clients, I'm bringing in businesses. I want more than what I am currently getting. I want more than what I'm currently getting. And that's even a very easy way to work your way to the top, right, in the firm, because the firm then see you as an asset and not just somebody who gets to be getting salary, but somebody who is also contributing meaningfully to the bottom line of the firm. So don't be afraid that people will now start coming and giving you briefs. Yes, they will bring briefs to you. Take the brief to your law firm. I would encourage that you take the brief to your law firm. You can say, I want to do it by myself. Let me make the money by myself. The truth is, you won't even be able to negotiate as much as what your firm would negotiate. And if your firm, imagine that your firm negotiates for 5 million and just you as a person, you can only command 500K. If your firm negotiates for 5 million and you as a person and negotiates for 5 million, do you know that the firm can give you as high as 1 million for bringing in that fee and that brief? So imagine that only you got 500K, but with the backing of your firm, you are able to get 1 million for yourself just because you brought in that brief. So again, and I'm saying to all of us that let it be more about what we can do together, not just what me alone and I myself can eat, but if you go with your firm, because they understand the dynamics of charging, they've been in the business, they have the experience and the expertise, they will be able to charge more, and then you can get more in commission for bringing in a brief to the firm. And that way also you are training your financial muscle, you are training your business muscle, you understand how it is to bring in business to a firm. So that's just the little thing I wanted to say. Thank you, Ceci.
That was
Thank you.
great. Thank you, B, for that.
Ma.
For
Thank you,
that,
sir.
please, have your answer now, right? Please, have your answer. Please go and
Yes,
post,
yes, I
please.
have taken
And when
copious
you
notes.
and when you feel that you have gotten so much, you have posted a lot, and maybe you're not getting work, please, you can take a break from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not the goal. LinkedIn is just to put you out there. Once you're getting what you're looking for, you can tone it down. I mean, it's fine. Just tone it down until the time where you can now continue to, you can now balance working and also showing up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not the goal. It's just a tool to keep you visible and relevant. Okay, one question before I take the last slide. Call it. Did anybody else has a question? Probably a young lawyer. Anybody has a question? Let me answer a question.
Good evening, sir. I have a question.
Good evening, I did tell you. Okay, please ask a question, please.
Thank you very much for this beautiful teaching. It has
You're
been really
welcome.
impactful. I have been drilled and it felt like something has been put inside of me this night. I am so grateful. And thank you, Ma, for that charging up. Really young lawyer really needs to hear that. Okay, so my course on LinkedIn is there was a time I was pushing on LinkedIn. But I think around last week or 2 weeks ago, there was this banter on LinkedIn that went very viral. I was seeing it on my CL, my contact list. Everybody was just saying that LinkedIn is just a place where people put their achievements and then they go. Like LinkedIn is no longer that kind of environment where you can just see posts. Everybody is just posting about their updates, about their latest achievements in life and their progress and everything. And as a young lawyer, I mean, I'm also currently serving. I've not really been doing much. I've not really been getting much. And that kind of literally gave me a little bit of fear to even go on LinkedIn because I felt like I don't want to be intimidated. I don't know what to put out there. And if I don't know, but how can I start again? Because it feels like I've really drawn back. There was a time I was really putting a lot into my LinkedIn, and then because it just felt like there was nothing to put out there, there was nothing to write home about in LinkedIn. So I don't know how can I start again, how can I build over again, and what steps can I take to start again and to be very, very professional about it. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so that's what I said yesterday. I said achievement branding is not personal. Personal branding is not achievement branding. So LinkedIn is, it's heavy on LinkedIn and it's understandable because it's a professional platform. But that is not how to brand. That I know some people that they only come on LinkedIn to announce their wins. That's not branding. Personal branding is communicating different aspects of yourself in a way that benefits the people you are trying to serve. Basically, that's basic personal branding. So if you put me at achievement today, achievement tomorrow, achievement, found an opportunity, and I call you, but I'm saying that this person is fake. It's not real. You don't tell me your vulnerability. You don't tell me when you have a loss, when you have a failure. There's nothing, just everything is good, good, good. You won an award, you went to UK. That's not, so don't be scared. And you're early, I see early, you are less than a year post course. So don't be pressured, right? I've told you, some people don't have that background where they are the first class, but they still come on LinkedIn. Taiwo is the only person I know that where they're in government, she works in government, and a prosecutor for that matter for Federal Minister of Justice that is consistent on LinkedIn and talks about what she does without giving us details. Taiwo has not figured. Taiwo should not be more than level 8 or 9 in civil service. If she does, I'm brother in civil service, she probably be level 9. So she's not even a Oga yet. She's still a young person, but she's not talking about her. She's talking about what her processes, her experiences, and then there might even be fictional stories. You can read that stuff very well, and she's very good at that thing. So if you are waiting for you to achieve something big, you know, be an SAN. I'm now an SAN after 15 years or 20 years of hustling. Some people do that. It's fine. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. But you don't have to wait until you're 15 years to score. You can start. I told you can post about case law. You can put and see LinkedIn as a ground where you are sharpening your communication ability outside of a formal environment. If you see it that way, you will not be pressured. So if in the whole year you don't post any achievement, that means you have to work hard until you have an achievement to post. But that does not mean you're not growing, you're growing. You went to course today, you have gathered in knowledge. You went to course tomorrow, you went for an MBA meeting, you went for a conference. So now it depends on how you can articulate those things. Now you can articulate it. So LinkedIn, personal branding should be about your life, not about only achievements. So post about case law, post about your workplace experiences, post about things that are trending in law, and you can apply it to an audience. Post about MBA, if you go to MBA meetings, whatever, post about MBA. Post about, I posted about dress today. Post about your personal, post about things that you care about, maybe politics, dress, things that you can post about them, but not in a controversial way. Just give your take on something, or even a trending issue. Give your 2 cents on that and move on. But have a structure to it. You can say, okay, on Monday and Tuesday, I'll post legal content. On Thursday, I'll post personal stories. Then once when I see trending issues, I'll chime in on them. That's all. Obviously, when people come on Monday, she post about this, about that, and it's structured. So your layer of core is not an issue. Like our achievement, it is in this posting that you get achievement. I have 2 mentees that is from LinkedIn to got an award. I said, if you take what I'm telling you seriously, in this next one, you win an award. Say how? I said, don't worry, you get an award. And truly, the following year, I say, I told you now, you can't be posting on LinkedIn like I'm telling you to do, and they don't recognize you. They don't recognize you. And from that award, I got an award, and they post it on LinkedIn. From posting on LinkedIn, you can get put and say, can you collaborate on the webinar for young lawyers? You say yes, you collaborate with them. That'd be an achievement. Do a flyer for it, you post it. From now, put it on LinkedIn. So if you don't come out and if you're not visible, you might not get some achievements. Some of your achievements are tied to your visibility because you're working in the office, but people don't know that you can do that work. They don't know who you are. They don't know how good you are. They don't even know how early you are in your journey. When you talk about those things, right, people now start following you. You're not even people are saying, Taiwo is not, you're talking about Taiwo now. I mentioned about Taiwo, but I mentioned about that. She's not even with us here. Imagine, I'm talking about Taiwo. That is the way it is for you. If you start posting on LinkedIn for month 1, month 2, month 6, by month 10, month 11, month 12, somebody will notice you. They might not even tell you, but one day something like, it's not that lady. I dated you. I know her now. She's always posting about young lawyers about this, and from there, you want visibility. So visibility can lead to achievements if you are consistent. And for other people, they already have a lot of achievement they can post on LinkedIn, and it gives them more visibility. But if you are early in life, please don't hide yourself. Just try and be visible. See, that being visible, and when people see your growth, your progress, that you're getting better and better with each post, you're really getting, you're putting in the work and everything, they'll start respecting you. And from there, you can get some achievements. And it applies to every young lawyer in the house. Please, so put yourself out there within the level you can, and that might also lead to some achievements. So, guys, let me just jump to the last one, which is content. Let me share my slide on content. I'll just talk about content briefly, then I'll run to another time. So let me jump to content. How do you do content right? Yes, so content, let me jump to content and share my screen, then I'll call it a day for this webinar. So content, I think we have a lot of issues. So let me talk about content before I call it a day. So content, can you see my screen, guys? Let me expand my PowerPoint. Okay, so you can see, okay, yeah, so let me go to content now. So I'm jumping to content. So now content now. The first thing is that figure out how best to communicate on LinkedIn. Do you like to write or do you like to speak? But truly, from experience and from personal research, LinkedIn favors writing more than speaking. But that doesn't mean if you like to talk very well, you're good with videos, please do videos on LinkedIn. It's good. Just put a caption and go. But Instagram will be better for videos. But if you think you want to put it out there, put it on LinkedIn. After a while, go to Instagram. But I advise you that start with writing because writing is more easier and you don't have to invest too much logistics in videos. So write. Now, how do you write? What do you write about? I've said there are 4 things. 1, content that educates people. Further, are you aware you can now in Nigeria, it is now lawful to record a policeman in duty in Nigeria. This is what the Federal High Court, that is educative. you are also informing them, because this thing, you are educating them by their right, and you are also informed. So it's a two-in-one thing. You can have a content that educates and also informed, or some just informed. For example, now you have a new tax law. Yesterday, the tax president signed a new bill into law. These are three things you should know about. That is informative content. Then you have entertaining content. So it could be content about, oh, we went to a program, we went to a conference or a seminar, or maybe we went to an outing, we went for a picnic. We want to share it because you don't have to dance like TikTok. That's entertaining content or storytelling content. So you can have these three content type, right? I mean, these two, educative and informative, which is also entertaining by using storytelling. Then the last one, which is not here, is inspirational content. LinkedIn is full of this, and that on LinkedIn, if you do that on LinkedIn, you get a lot of followers. Just say, happy to announce that I got the first class from Harvard University. That is, you are inspiring us about an achievement. So those three contents can apply on LinkedIn. Now, how do you go about it? You want to ask yourself, what will I post on LinkedIn? Let's say I'm a young lawyer, I don't have any niche now. How should I go about it? First of all, you're a lawyer. So as a professional, talk about your profession. That is like you can say this person is a lawyer from our Concord. Branding is the pairing of things. Branding. So if I tell you now, and I see you talking about law, and I say, okay, this lady is a lawyer. I've paired you with, because I see you talking about law every day. So talk about your career, your profession, law. Now, if you already have a niche like me, that's okay. I don't talk about law, but in an area of law, property law. Property law is even very wide. So I say, okay, property law. I'll talk more on property acquisition and every other thing in between, litigation, formation of title, tenancy. I'll talk about property acquisition more. That is the content pillar. So you can even have like this, can say personal posts. Post about my person, not about my career now per se, about maybe my workplace, things I like to do, things I've done. I know that I post about books he reads, Farouk Abbas. He posts about books he reads. Some post about movies they watch or podcasts they listen. You can post about it like, okay, I had a podcast today, and here are three things I get. And every month you post that thing. That is a personal post. You now have your maybe career posts. I mean, you have your niche post about your career, what you do. Then you cannot have another post on something else. Then topics. What are the topics you want to talk about in your career? Okay, on law, I'll talk about ABC. Personal post, I'll talk about BCG. The other one, I'll talk about DFG. Then calendar. How often would I post? So there's an argument that for a starter, you should post quality content. But it's not true. Because for a starter, you don't know what is quality. So for a starter, I advise you post quantity. Then later, you now know what is quality and figure out what is quality. Then you can now post quantity and quality. But I can't give a number. So post as you can. You can. I mean, so it's not a competition. It's not a race. Don't post every day. You can't post every day. There's no need for that. You can post twice a week. It's fantastic. But don't miss twice. Post on Monday, on Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. Post anytime you can post. Just make sure that you post what makes sense and it adds value to your audience. That's your calendar. Then how do you write and your post, people receive your post very well and they get engagement and you are able to pass the message across? Now on social media, people are not reading posts like they're reading a textbook or a manual. They are reading posts in a relaxed manner, scrolling. So you must find a way to stop them from scrolling. So how do you write? The first thing to write in your post is that your post must have a hook. What will you say first in your paragraph 1, your line 1, that will make me to open your LinkedIn has a way to write your post, maybe line 1, line 2, line 3. Now say see more. You have to click to see more. So what will you say in those first 3 lines that I have to click to see more? That is where your hook comes in. So for hook, I'll say write your post first, then come back later and write your hook. So your post, you have three major things. Your post, check you're writing about informative post and you're talking about educational post. You have 3 major ingredients. The first one is that what problem is this post going to solve? Yesterday, the Federal Court said that Nigerians can now record policemen on duty. Now, what is that problem? The problem is that people have been, reported to have been killed or abducted or different atrocities that happened because they could not record the policemen that did those things, and there was no record to report it. So that's the problem there. So that problem is out there. You now say, who is the person that has these problems? Nigerians, of course, are the people that have problems. Nigerians who, in their line of work, constantly interface with policemen. People that drive commercial buses on interstate highway, or people that are in notorious areas where there are always policemen there and they always stop and search. So that's the people that are the problem. Then in your post now, you will tell us the problem, the person that has the problem. Example, many policemen have gotten away with atrocities because there was no record. Whenever you try to record, they'll tell you that you can't record me. It is unlawful. Now, can you see the problem? And you have mentioned a person now. Most people, drivers, blah, 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 have fallen victim of this problem. But thankfully, the Nigerian courts have stood up for the as that of the common man, have reversed this trend. In a recent ruling of Mr. A, and Mr. A had this problem, and went to court, and the court now ruled in his favor and said that the police were wrong to seize his phone, and therefore you cannot record. And so that's it. So you tell us the problem, the person, then the process. This person went to court to solve that problem, and the court gave him judgments. Therefore, if you have this kind of problem and you are in danger, don't hesitate to record and let them know you are recording. If possible, even go live so people can share your recording. That way, you'll be able to save yourself. You have to just share the process. Then the payoff. What is the payoff? What's the benefit? If I do what I tell you, what will I benefit? By doing this thing, you have a record against the policemen. Even the courts can award damages in your favor because you recorded X, Y, Z, whatever. You now end your content with a call to action. Will you attempt to record a policeman or not? Do you get? So it's very easy. But writing the structure, so this is the structure. But you can use storytelling to do this thing, and that's the best format. So just tell a story. In that story, there will be a problem. In that story, there will be a person. In that story, there will be a process. In that story, you not end with a lesson, maybe a moral lesson, and say, there will be a payoff. There will be a benefit. So we have a writing type called PAS. The problem, agitates, and solve. Or so. I like this PPP formula. So the P, the problem, the process, and the payoff. Once you do this, your post will land. I'm telling you, your post will land. So before you post, please, don't be writing rubbish on LinkedIn. Make sure ideally, your brain, your writing brain, when you're writing a post or any written text, for example, your brain is in the mode of idea generation and formulation. So don't edit your content. So don't post that morning you're trying to write. You may not get the best content. So if you're posting for, say, Monday, write on Saturday. Write what you call ugly first draft. That's your first draft. The ugly first draft. Leave it. After 4 hours or 3 hours, come back to that draft and say, what words, sentence, and phrases can I remove from this that is not adding value? You try and remove and rearrange. So you now make this post is now okay the way it is now. Then you can now post. So you now post. Then leave spaces. Don't write like 5-6 sentences in one paragraph. You can write 3 sentences in one paragraph. So your post will not be too, because people are reading your content on their phones. So the more you write in the paragraph, the more it's so big to read and they can't read it. So make it very, very, so leave white spaces. Then small block of sentences. Then fine-tune your hook and your call to action. So you're posting the picture. Use a very, very quality picture, either from the internet or your personal picture. In fact, most times, personal pictures do well than stock images. So these are something that I've done by myself. And again, guys, this is not an examination or it's not a competition. So if your post does not do well today, it will do well tomorrow. Just post it and go away. If you don't leave it, don't bother. I want one like, one comment. Don't leave it. Just leave it. Leave it and go your own way. So I'll stop here today. Okay. Let me end. So where do you post? For LinkedIn, for weekdays, you can post from 6:30 to 8 or 9 in the morning. That time, but the best time is 7 a.m. for me. 7 a.m. is the best time to post in the morning because that time people are going to work on their phones and you can see your post. But you can post anytime you like, anytime you can engage your post, it's fine. But I'll just say 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. is just perfect. So, guys, I'll stop here for today. Next time we see, we shall discuss about this more. So, I also leave with a question before night. It's already 5 minutes to 9. So, I have any questions to ask me, I'll answer the question. You can call it a day. But the slides, you can't get my slides. No. Esther, you're my party now. Don't worry, Esther. Enter my DM now. We'll discuss.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah. But this
I
slide, I won't
have
share the
a
slide
quick
though.
question. Thank you so
Esther,
much.
please go ahead.
I know
Yes.
that this question will be on everybody's mind, especially people that are trying to get into content. Is the issue of AI, because you've mentioned it about like these steps you've given us is very, very good. And I think if we just set out time every weekend or maybe whenever we have the time to think and reflect
Yeah.
deeply on our experiences and write something, that would be good. But you also said something that
Absolutely.
sometimes you can't post the day after you wrote, or even you can't post the day when you wrote something because it might still be very rough.
Yeah.
So sometimes what we tend to do
Yeah.
is put it into AI. And sometimes you put it into AI and AI just changes everything, like turns the concept around.
Yeah.
And the next
Yeah.
day you go back and you want to edit it and it just keeps losing
Yeah.
authentic
Absolutely.
feeling that it gave initially. And before you know, it's like this content doesn't even sound right to me. I'm not going to post it. And that's how
Yeah.
you continue in that cycle.
AI writing.
So, because
Yeah.
I've written a lot of content about like my personal journey in Nigerian law school, that when I first wrote it was like, if anybody reads this thing, like if you touch them. By the time I put it through AI, did some refining, it lost like that feel. And I was just like, I'm not going to post it again. Like, it doesn't really make sense. When I read it after today, I'll be like, no, this doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I feel like,
I
how
know,
do
right?
we manage how to keep our
Okay.
voice and use AI to refine?
Yeah. So I didn't mention AI deliberately, but so I'm still doing my research with AI. AI is good, but for young lawyers, please don't use AI. Don't. Especially for those posts writing about law, about case law, don't use AI. Do you know why? You will sound like everybody else on LinkedIn. You will sound like them. So, but you can use AI for this. So if you're doing your research, right? It's not for personal stories. Don't even bother with AI. Don't bother with AI. Just write a story. But for grammatical, you want to do grammatical errors with AI. Can you help me rearrange the sentence? It's not sounding like, can you help me rearrange it in a way that is more conversational or had humor? So those small news, you can use AI for that, but don't say rewrite I've used AI before. I'm not like to write, I've done it before, but I see that when I write my personal, I write my post myself, I calm down and I take my time. It's always better than AI. I tell you the truth, it's better because this is setting then talking, not AI. AI will change my stuff. It will be nice, but it will be that if you are very discerning, you will know. My mentees know that I think it's AI. You want to see with AI, they say, yeah, I say I know. I say I know it's AI because I just say AI because there's that thing that is not authentic. So for idea generation, use AI. For research, use AI. For sentence fine-tuning in certain areas, but generally, let the language be your language. Don't use AI. Just write from your. So if you start using AI now, as a young lawyer now, your brain will be conditioned to always think you cannot write without asking AI to find it. That's the problem with technology. It's like you that are starting mathematics class with a calculator. You will know how to calculate math in your head. You calculate every time you want to go to market to buy stuff. Oh, sorry, how much is plantain? 3 times 5. You'll be dumped. So AI is to enhance, it's not to be your foundation. You are to be the foundation. AI is just to enhance. It's like an intern now. I think an intern should give you a written brief. He will give you a written brief, but will it be an SN level? The answer is no. So you can help you start the process, but ultimately you should finish it. But for writing something like your personal story, AI doesn't know your story. That's the problem. So write that story yourself. If you have something like Grammarly from Grammarly or your laptop, it's a writing software. It helps with grammar editing, but it's expensive. Shower 100,000. You can afford it. That one I recommend that one. That one, and the people that built that app, they built it. They are literature experts. People that are copywriters. So they didn't build it to generate. They built to correct sentences, structure, and grammar. So I recommend using a grammar tool to edit. But guys, don't use AI to write. You get used to it and you'll be very lazy. I'm telling you the truth. I use AI to write too, but not for my personal stories. the way I use AI. If I see this post, no, I'll see this post, I'll throw it away. I'll throw it away. I'll throw it away. I will. So what is going to go out to the world as your personal brand must carry Esther persona in it. Must carry Adeteju, Ebere, Ceci, in all in this is how Ceci right. When I see this post, Investor Jimmy, it's Ceci I will see this thing. And in the next 1 or 2 years in the world, we'll all be sounding the same. Those people who can be authentic in their personal brand will stand out because you can write a story in 1 minute with AI, can do a video in 1 minute, but that personal touch will not be the difference between Ceci and another person. So I would say don't use AI. So take time to write your post. Give yourself a space. Can I see your post, let's say tomorrow morning now, 7 o'clock. It's already 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So write your post by 9 p.m. By maybe 5 or 6 a.m. the morning, go and edit that post and post it. The more you write, the more you know how to write. That's the thing about writing. The more you write, the more you know how to write. That's just it. So I don't advise you don't use AI, but instead invest that time in fine-tuning, in editing, and see how this thing sounds. Right? You can even use AI to write and say, okay, give me 3 or 4 versions of that story. When you see the AI version, you cannot even know how to edit your own post now in a better without copying what AI has told you. Just okay, this post, let me write this thing because this part is sounding too artificial. It's sounding too. It's too stiff. No, I don't like it. Let me remove it. You get. So I'll say just have that discipline to write by yourself. But AI can assist you in research, in ideation, all those things, but not in your core writing. It will damage you, guys. I'm serious. For real, it will damage you, and it will damage you. But if you can write like me at my level now and using AI, you can still manage because I write every time. I write to my client, writing for releasing address. I'm doing a lot of writing every day, so I write naturally almost every time. So I write AI 1 or 2 times. I mean, I won't have any. But for a young person just starting your career, starting with AI, it may actually damage your career because you just want everything in AI, everything in AI. You know how to write. You can't even think of okay, what do I write now? From your edge, how do I write this thing? What do I say next? What do I put here? How do I put humor? How do I put this? You know how to write, and it is very bad for a lawyer. For a lawyer's tool is writing and speaking. So one last question before Esther, I hope you got value from my answer.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So one last question before I call it a day. It's already 9 o'clock. One last question. Who is the lucky person? So let me read the comment. Someone said, Faith said, looking forward to looking forward to the more session. I can't guarantee you. Because my life is about to get busy. But I'll try. Maybe so if those people that will execute this class, guys, those that will execute this class, I'll observe it. Just let me know. Before end of the year, I will try and see if we can do something. But that will be more like a Q&A than a session. Right. So if you can execute what I've said today, I'll be happy to help you. Okay, someone says let me see. Recording, yes, because I'll put it on YouTube tomorrow. Recording my video on YouTube tomorrow for yesterday and today. Someone says, how best can I make it a past event for my post? Adiola, yes. Now, so Adiola, you went to a seminar yesterday, and today is Friday. What is one thing you learned from that seminar that can benefit your audience? Tell us about it. And mention that in this. Oh, I had seminar. We had good food. We ate. We danced. We laughed. We party. Just tell us about it. For me, anytime I go to any program, I post it on WhatsApp. So and now, guys, WhatsApp is another good man. Don't sleep on WhatsApp. Don't sleep on WhatsApp. Do you know why? For lawyers, you can't be saying that I'm a lawyer, buy for me, because obviously you can't solicit for business directly, but you can actually advertise. So what do I do? MBA meeting, I'll post the flyer before the meeting. During the meeting, I'll snap selfie or picture of somebody. After the meeting, I'll post it. Why am I doing that? Those my friends who are not lawyers, first went to a meeting, MBA, Ikeja, lawyer, this one, that one. They are remembering me, I'm a lawyer. I went for conference in Enugu, I post it. It's deliberate. I went for one thing once, anything I go to, I post it. Why? Because that is one of the ways I can make you remember me. And I think you send me DMs. Hey, Aburo me, wow, it's a job for you to do for me. Let's talk about it tomorrow. From there, my status, you will not call me. So any past events you go for, tell a story around it. Don't talk about the only, just talk about something that even inspired you. That inspired people. Then talk about me. I met Osibajo at the conference and I had him speak for the first time. He was inspiring. He said this. Just talk about it and post. But make sure for every event you go to, you attend, you take a picture. There's one let's talk about our personal experience. So, guys, we have 2 many experiences that we don't talk about because we don't document our journey. So what do I recommend? Buy a very big book, journal, a journal, and title it Gratitude Journal. In that journal, every Saturday, I started this thing 2024 with BA, and I try to sustain it. Even if it's not easy, but I try to every week or every month. Every Saturday or Sunday, let's even say Sunday or Saturday evening. Saturday is the end of a week. What are the things you are grateful for that week? In that process, you mentioned that, okay, I'm grateful for this brief I did for this client. He paid me X naira. Oh, I went to call for the first time my boss. I did this. Oh, so in that journal, you can now go to that journal and say, okay, what can I talk about on LinkedIn here that I can share publicly? You now pull it out. So that's also then another way to take pictures. So those pictures can I go through your, let me go through my February dump on my gallery. What can I post on my February gallery? Oh, this picture was when I went to Supreme Court in Abuja and post about it. So document your journey by posting, by taking pictures, recording videos on your phone. So your person for your own record now. Then journal. Those your experience in your journal, because we do a lot of things that are epic, but we don't write them down. And you always we tend to commonize our story because it is not big in people's eyes. Is how you say something is that people will take it. You say it's big, people say it's big. You say it's not big, people say it's not big. So write your stuff down and talk about it on LinkedIn. 2024, I was appointed as the chairman, Nigerian Association, so alternate chairman of Nigerian Association Publicity Committee. I posted on LinkedIn that I was the portfolio now. I'm not the chairman of this committee. I look forward to doing it, and I put it on LinkedIn. It's there till tomorrow. That is an achievement. I put it there. Oh, we had an event. Can you find me? Can you find my lecture? This happened. That happened. That happened. I posted on LinkedIn. So attend events, document them, and talk about them on WhatsApp and on LinkedIn. So guys, this is where we call it a day. I hope you guys got value. I hope you put this to use. Please, guys, put this to good use. I want us to put to good use because if you have to pay for this webinar, you will pay a lot of thousands, but it is free of charge. So, guys, please, I'm looking for everybody here. Let's post. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Moses, Adeteju, Stephanie, Faith, Ibere, Vivian, Adiola, Opeyemi, Emilekun, Makati, and Alma. So, guys, send me a LinkedIn DM, a LinkedIn connection because I'll accept it. My LinkedIn handle is, typing it now, Ceci Undane on LinkedIn. Send me a request and I'll happily tag you. If you make any post on LinkedIn, you want to see the, just send me a DM. I'll look at the post. I might spare time, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So, guys, thank you very much for joining the webinar. I'll post the recording I'll post it on YouTube tomorrow, so you can actually get the recording tomorrow. You get on YouTube. Get today's phone and to this, and I'll post it on YouTube by God's grace. So, guys, bye everyone, and I wish you a wonderful LinkedIn journey. And I wish you all the best in your career and all the best in your life and everything you do. God bless you guys. See you soon.